Thank you so much for having me on this special night here tonight. It's exciting to be a part of something that's at the beginning of a major trend that hardly anybody in the world's taking advantage of. And that's why I'm here, is because of you and your integrity, and because you actually care about helping people. And we're kindred spirits when it comes to that. I joined with John here recently to help him spread the message about Tandem Path, specifically on the mobile platform. It's my area of expertise. And I've been on a lot of conference calls and trainings and webinars and all this stuff, heard it all. And I always promise myself that when it's my opportunity to speak to people, to add value, to not waste their time, to not hype things up, but to give them things that they can use practically to grow their business or grow their membership or fan base or whatever. And that's what I'm going to do here tonight. I'm really excited to be here and be the first member to have this opportunity. But basically, I've been an internet marketer since 1996. I'll just give you a couple of highlights to give you some interest in why you might want to listen, because I've actually done a lot of things that are going to be done in the future already. So what I always like to start out with is, welcome to the future, because that's where you're at today. You know, the world is changing right before our eyes in so many different ways. And specifically for business, the things that used to work aren't working like they used to. The things we used to do to grow our business or organization or membership, whatever it is, they just don't work like as good as they did. So people are looking for ways to, do that. And I have a way for you. It's called mobile marketing. Like I said, in 1996, I started working on the internet. Basically, we just had email back then, and that was before the WWWs. One of the things I started doing was I put together an internet marketing company specifically with email, and I built a worldwide organization of internet marketers, 3,100 people in 42 countries around the world, and I did that just by email. What I want to get across to you is none of the things I'm going to share with you are to impress you, because that's not how I do things. But I want to impress upon what's possible for you by jumping on a bandwagon and with someone that's already been where you want to be. Okay? So I got involved in that, did really good with that, and then I was trying to figure out how to meet a great lady. So I remember back in high school, I started in the shoe business, and this will lead right into where we're at tonight with the mobile marketing stuff. And as I tell you the story, I want you to think about you in your business or your organization, whatever it is that you do to communicate with people. And as I'm going through this, I want you to think about how you can use this information and apply it to what you're doing. I promise you this will work for you, because it's worked for me and so many others that are taking advantage of this mobile marketing. So let me break it down for you a little bit. One of the things I thought would be a great way to meet a great lady was to sell ladies' shoes, which I did in high school. I was right. I waited on 35,000 women, and I got to marry the best one, and one day I'll share my wonderful wife with you as well. But the thing about business is they always wanted us to contact our customers, and I hated calling customers. I was always looking for ways to better communicate with the people in a way that they chose to. So about 7 years ago, I started noticing that most of my ladies had cell phones. So I thought, well, how can I take advantage of that? Now remember, this is 7 years ago. So what I did was I started looking for a way I could communicate with people on their mobile phones. And I found a service where I could send a text message to one person or to thousands of people at the same time for about a nickel a piece. I thought, man, that's pretty cool. So what I did, now here's what I want you to start thinking about you and how you can use this kind of stuff. What I did was I started asking my ladies, now if you know anything about ladies and shoes, the only thing they like more than shoes is getting them for half price. Okay? So I started asking them if they'd like to be the first to know when the Manolo Blahniks go on sale, or the Christian Louboutin shoes go on sale, which is like some high-end designer stuff. And they said yes. Okay? So what happened was I created this thing called a keyword and short code. I'm not going to get technical with you, but imagine the keyword is the word you would use to have people text in to, get more information that want to hear from you. And then a short code's like a short phone number. Anyway, don't worry about it. We'll show you all that stuff. So what I did is I created a short code called Shoe Guy. And I had the ladies take out their phone, create a new text message, and they would text the word Shoe Guy to the number 77950, for example. And 1,500 women said yes, they wanted to hear from me. 1,500 women that were highly motivated asked me to contact them, and I was able to take that group of people and to have a really focused network of people that I could communicate with instantly by clicking a couple of buttons. Okay? Now let me tell you what happened because of that. I was working for one of the top shoe stores in the country. It's called Neiman Marcus. Okay? When I went to work for this company, they had the worst producing shoe salon in the entire United States out of 31 stores. It took about 2 years for me to get things up cranking before the mobile marketing came in. This is what happened when I implemented the 1,500 people into the mobile marketing thing. So there was a sale on a Friday, okay? And I had these 1,500 cell phone numbers of people opted in that wanted to hear from me about the sale, things like that. So there was a sale on a Friday. I created a text message, and it said the sale starts Friday. You get to come in Thursday and get first pick. Now imagine this. Here's 1,500 people that wanted to hear from me. They all have their phones. And I don't know about you folks, but you know, I look at my text messages a lot more than my email because it kind of cuts through the clutter. So this is one of the benefits of the whole texting deal. And there's more to it than this, but I just want to get this across to you. So anyway, I created the message. I clicked the button that said send, and 1,500 cell phones were going off at the same time with the same message. Imagine that. The ability for you to communicate with your customers and prospects almost instantly on their phone by pressing a button. That's what's possible for you, okay? Here's what happened. The next day, the shoe salon opens at 10 o'clock, the store does. We have a store meeting at 9. We're on the lower level. I start noticing some of my ladies are lining up out front. I thought, man, this is working better than I thought it was going to work. So I got excited about that. Anyway, by 10 o'clock when they opened the doors, the shoe salon was on the 3rd floor. It was solid women from the bottom floor up the escalators for 3 flights. They were all coming at me with their phones saying, Dave, I got your message. I want first pick. It absolutely, totally was one of the most fun days of my entire life, and it changed the whole thing around. Just from that one text message, I was able to sell $120,000 worth of shoes from one text message. That's powerful. That's the power of what we have here for you, is the ability to communicate like that. But as a result of that whole implementing the text message deal, the shoe salon I worked at went from the worst shoe salon in the entire country to the #1 fastest growing shoe salon in the United States for 3 consecutive years. The mobile marketing helped me sell over $7 million worth of shoes. That's a lot of shoes. They had this contest, whoever sold the most Manolo Blahniks in America, they flew to London to spend some time with them. I was fortunate enough to win. And it was all because of the ability to communicate in a powerful way with my customers in a real simple, easy deal. And again, I'm not saying any of this to impress you, but to impress upon you what's possible for you. And that's what John's putting together here, is something that's really unique. Mark Twain said, figure out where people are going and get there first. So you're on a seminar tonight, you're on a whatever you want to call it, where you're getting to see the future before most people on the planet even know it exists. The key is to position yourself and get in front of what that's coming, and it's coming. It's going to be mainstream. Now I want you to think about something. Think about if you got started with the internet back when the www just started. You were one of the first people with a website. Do you think that will make you stand out from the crowd? Absolutely. Those people that got in at the beginning are the ones that really capitalized on things. That's the position that you're in today with this mobile marketing stuff. And I'm sorry if I'm just rambling on, because I get excited. And here's why I get excited: because it can change your life.